Kia ora, tonight on City News. Flying to Auckland is set to become cheaper thanks to extra capacity from Air New Zealand. The Chair of Lakes District Health Board, Derek Shaw, says he's disappointed at Council's vote against a fluoridation referendum. And a Dragon's Den type format is on offer at next week's Startup Pitch Night. 4 months after the introduction of the larger Q300 aircraft on the morning Auckland to Rotorua return route, capacity will be extended further, with the larger plane set to commence an afternoon schedule next year. Rotorua Airport Chief Executive Alistair Rhodes says from February, the 50-seat Q300 will fly to and from Rotorua twice daily, Monday to Friday, with a return flight scheduled in both the morning and afternoon. Mr Rhodes says the introduction of the Q300 flights earlier this year had proven popular with travellers, prompting the addition of the higher capacity service. The Chair of Lakes District Health Board, Derek Shaw, says last week's council vote against a fluoridation referendum is extremely disappointing. And he says the decision by two Lakes District Health Board members, Charles Sturt and Mary Pekaro Kawa-Tate, who are also district councillors, to vote against a referendum is just as disappointing. He says the DHB had decided to contribute half or up to $50,000 of the cost of a binding public referendum on fluoridation for the Rotorua district. However, he says the council's decision will now deny members of the public the right to decide on the issue. An event to profile new ideas and growing business is taking place next week, which promises a mix of business and fun. Rotorua ex-chairman Darren McGarvey says the Startup Pitch Night is modelled on the Dragon's Den reality show.
Well, Rotorua X has been running for 5 years now, and we've been doing a lot of work with startups, and we're running an incubation program, and we thought there would be a great opportunity to have our startups pitch in front of a live audience and pitch to a celebrity panel of judges.
Well, that'll be quite daunting for them, I would imagine.
It's meant to be a fun and supportive environment, and it's not like a traditional Dragon's Den where someone shoots you down, hopefully. This is more about encouraging people to present ideas and get feedback from the Mayor, our local MP, and a couple of commercial investors as well.
And one local business not needing to pitch is Happy You Cycle Tours. Owner Roger Martin says he's been open for just over a year, with the business going from strength to strength.
I just came back from London, and I needed to do something, and so I thought, well, let's buy some bikes and see what happens. So I bought some bikes, bought 7 at once, and away we went.
And away you went, yeah. And you've been going for a year, so how's it all been going?
It's been great. It's, with TripAdvisor has been such a great area for me to deal with, and I'm number 2 in Rotorua and number 2 in the North Island, so I'm pretty happy and pretty stoked after a year also.
Yeah. Now when you say number 2, is that the most popular tourist adventure item to do?
Yeah, the things to do in all of the North Island sort of thing, so not including the attractions, but for the activities, yeah, number 2 out of 820 at the moment, so I'm stoked.
That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. And it's a one-man band operation?
For now, yeah.
See, look how popular you are. Is that a past client?
No, they're just excited to see me. No, it's been great. I've thoroughly enjoyed it all, and yeah, it's been awesome. So, and it's lovely actually riding around Rotorua. That's a treat.
In sport tonight, Waikiri played a tough game against Paroa Rugby Club on Saturday in the Baywide Division 1 rugby final at Whakatane. Despite a large contingent travelling with the locals, it wasn't to be their day, going down 3-6. To your weather update now. Tonight, occasional rain with southerlies and an overnight low of 1. For tomorrow, Tuesday, fine with morning frost, southwesterlies, a high of 12 and a low of 4. And the outlook for Wednesday, a few early afternoon showers, fine spells, westerlies, a high of 14 and a low of 3. In the marine forecast for tomorrow, southerly 15 knots easing to 10 knots early in the morning, and then rising southwest 15 knots late in the morning, with waves less than half a metre, and it will be fine. Remember, for program listings or to watch City News again, visit our website tv.rotorua.co.nz. You can also see updates on our TV Rotorua Facebook page. Still to come in the show tonight, Kitty Danielle visits Dress for Success for a catch-up with manager Michelle Pladel. We find out about a 2-day celebration for Ngāti Whakaui descendants, and we meet Waiariki hospitality and culinary tutor Tik Wang, who is a Nestle Talk to Your judge at this year's competition.
Kia ora. These days it's hard enough to get a job, let alone have the clothes for the interview. But Dress for Success on Tutanekai Street here in Rotorua are helping to remedy that situation. I'm in their shop now, joined by their president, Michelle Pladeau. Is that right? Is that how I say it? Thank you, Michelle. So thank you, first of all, for having us in your shop.
Yeah, you're very
Tell me a little
welcome.
bit about what Dress for Success is all about.
All right, we've been running now for 2 years, and Dress for Success is actually an international organisation started in the United States. What we do is we help, particularly women, are a key focus for us. We're helping women get back into the workforce. Now, a lot of people, they have either not been in jobs or situations have not been good for them, and they're trying to change their life around. And it's all about helping people into financial stability. There is nothing worse than being at home, unable to have a job, and trying to get out there and get one, and you don't feel equipped. Your self-esteem can be low, confidence is just not there. So we're there to bring on that confidence, build self-esteem, so they can be successful. And once they're successful, the financial success will come to them after that.
So it's not just about the outward package, it's about working on the inside as well.
Absolutely. It's firstly, you get a job. It may not be the job that you want, but it brings to a person the self-discipline, the skills, the confidence, and the ability to then look at what they do want long term. And a number of our ladies already have received promotions at work, moved on to other jobs that they really do want to get, and that's a really exciting journey to be part of.
That's wonderful. Tell me about some of those success stories.
We had one lady in particular. She was a mum of a few children, hadn't worked. She actually had an older teenage daughter at home as well. She needed to really start investing in her future and her financial success. So she got given a job interview. She came along to see us. We kitted her for the job. She consequently went to the interview and got the job, and she then came back, got her second dressing, and duly started going to work. We heard from her not too many weeks later, and she brought along her daughter. And now we have mum and daughter both working, and it was because her daughter saw the financial success her mum was having. And a lot of us take that for granted. We go to school, we then leave school, we get a job, we start our own journey of financial independence. Not everyone learns that, and not everyone learns that at home, but this mum was able to teach her family that this is what it's about. And that's really special, and it's really
Wonderful.
special to be part of something like that.
Absolutely. Now you've got a campaign running at the moment, don't you? Can you tell me about that?
Yes, we do. So our philosophy is financial independence, self-esteem and confidence. So as part of that, we ran a likeness campaign for the month of July. So we are coming towards the tail end of it. And for that month, across Australia and New Zealand, we ran a campaign where we liked people. We were hoping to build a community where going out and liking something that somebody's doing, whether it be a colleague, a family member, just someone across the street, paying them a compliment. It is one of the biggest things you can do for someone to build their self-esteem and confidence. So we've been out and about doing that through different ways, and it's been a great campaign, and we've been getting a lot of stories. It's been a Facebook campaign, social media. We've been getting a lot of stories from people about people and colleagues and friends that they know who they admire for some of the things that they do. And it's been a really rewarding campaign.
And it is nice to be able to give off some positive energy. Often the world can be quite critical, and the workplace can seem a little bit daunting, but being able to help people's self-esteem is what it's all about. So how can people take advantage of your services?
Absolutely. We'd love people from our community to be really involved with us. There may be people who have a skill they can offer. So we look at not only dressing people, but also the whole pre-employment opportunities that go with it. So that may be training for interview skills, training for other word processing, computer skills, just skills we take for granted that some people haven't had the opportunity to get.
So can people just walk in off the street and ask for your help?
So people are referred to us, and the reason for that is it needs to be a genuine need. We would love to be able to help everybody in Rotorua, but that's not always possible. So people are referred to us through a career centre or a women's help centre, a community centre, and even work and income. So people who go through work and income looking for a job interview, they can come to us. And essentially the process people go through is they spend an hour to an hour and a half with us. They come through to our lovely shop. We close the doors and literally it's their shop for that amount of time. And we help them choose what works for them. And we also go through the interview process and help get the confidence. And our wonderful team of staff and volunteers here will be literally right with them all the way through, to texting them before they get to the interview with, that lovely smile of yours, keep it up, shoulders back, you can do this.
You can do it. Well, thank you so much. It's absolutely wonderful to have spent some time talking with you this morning, and good luck with everything that you're continuing to do.
Thank you very much.
Kia ora. Kia ora everybody. Well, this September there's going to be an inaugural celebration. It's going to be something Ngāti Whakauwe will really look forward to. Matatehi. Whakauwe Whakanuia is a wonderful event that is coming shortly to connect, to celebrate and to, coordinate the people of Ngāti Whakauwe in a very positive way. I'm joined now by Monty Morrison. Of course, you will all know this rangatira. Tēnā koe te rangatira. Pai ana koe?
Hi, I'm very good, thank you.
Wonderful. Can you tell me a little bit about this wonderful event?
Yeah, certainly. Whakanuia is really has an idea that's been around for a long time in Ngāti Whakauwe, finding a way in which bringing everybody together to celebrate. So Matatehi then is about us celebrating as a hapu and as a iwi, organised by Ngāti Whakauwe for Ngāti Whakauwe. So it's made up of three things. Ngāti Whakauwe Future Makers Day, where our rangatahi senior students in secondary schools will be, Ngāti Whakauwe students will be invited here to Papaiuru, and here Ngāti Whakauwe future makers who are doing well in business, right across the primary industries, innovators, those involved in the commercial and banking sector. So we have them all. Those, of course, who are doing what we've called a sector called people and culture. People like Scotty Morris and so, who are doing great things in te reo in broadcasting, hearing his story. And we have people from across the spectrum coming. Even the bird girls that will be here talking and presenting their story about what they're doing. So that'll be a magnificent day, and that's on the Friday the 5th. Friday night we have what we're calling a Ngāti Whakauwe alumni dinner, and where our koeke and our kaumatu and queer will come together to celebrate. But really we've chosen three areas in which to celebrate specifically. One is to honour recipients of our Queen's Awards, Queen's Honours. And the second one is those of Ngāti Whakauwe who have either earned or been honoured with doctorates. And the third sector is our national and international sports people over the years. So we're looking forward to that, to hosting that. And also there are some other awards and recognition to be made over that evening, those who have given time and energy to the marae over many, many years. And, we want to celebrate their contribution as well on that night. So that's the alumni dinner. And then we complete the third and final event as an all-day event, kapahaka event on the Saturday, September the 6th, here at Te Papaiuru in front of the meeting house. So lots to look forward to. We have, I think, 10 or 11 maraes participating here, Ngāti Whakauwe maraes in Rotorua who are going to be participating. And so a bit different from normal kapahaka competitions. This is more a festival and a celebration where a group will be made up of very little ones to the very older ones like myself who are trying to get together to perform for their chosen marae. So we're looking forward to a great occasion spread across those three events.
Now this is part of a trust, isn't it? Can you tell me a little bit about the background?
Look, part of you mentioned the ability for us not only to connect with each other, which is designed to do to Ngāti Whakauwe people who are going to connect or reconnect back to their hapu and iwi and us as Ngāti Whakauwe, but also to celebrate and coordinate was the key word. We have a number of Ngāti Whakaue trusts and entities who are doing what they do and empowered by the people to invest and take opportunities for us and to grow, if you like, the economic wealth and the cultural wealth of Ngāti Whakaue. So this one event allows them to contribute to that. So in a sense, they're being asked at this event to coordinate and contribute to the success of just one event. Matatihi, whakaue whakanui.
Matatihi, where did that word come from?
You asked, that's another good question. Really, we normally go to our linguistic experts, our linguists, and Scotty Morrison has the one who's given us that word. We wanted to, when he read about the kaupapa and what we're trying to do, he had 3 choices for us to make. And the group chose Matatini because it expressed most about what we were trying to do. We are many people trying to come together, and I think te tihi o te maunga, the summit or the crest of a wave, te mata o te whenua, te tihi o te maunga. That's the thinking behind what's happening at Whakaue Whakanui.
Lovely. With your younger ones, your rangatahi, your tamariki that are coming up in Ngāti Whakaue, no doubt this is going to be an event which they aspire to be part of when they grow older. Is that part of your
Yes, certainly.
thinking?
We want to celebrate the contributions that have been made before, but really it's a stepping stone and beginning for those who want to follow. And clearly the Future Makers Day is all about that. It's targeting Ngāti Whakaue senior pupils in high schools and those at universities to come together again to reconnect and to enjoy and experience what one and listening to Ngāti Whakaue people who have been tremendously successful.
There's nothing like some inspiration coming from within the whānau.
You're dead right there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Kia ora.
Culinary arts tutor Tik Wang has been nominated for this year's Tōkua competition as a judge. It's going to be held up in Auckland later in the year, and as you can see behind me, he's just preparing a dish for us to try. Hey Tik, I see you standing there waiting in anticipation for us to come and talk to you and show us your culinary skills. But talk to us about Tōkua. What is that?
Tōkua competition is a prestigious student competition, so every year Nestle sponsor that competition for top culinary student. So every institute have to choose 3 students represent the institute, and they compete in Auckland this August. Normally around August, mid of August. This year, it will be held at Rotorua Event Center, Manuka City, on 18th of August.
Now, how did you get chosen to become a judge?
Yes. How do I get chosen? Well, I was recently involved with training last year. So this year, we're not involved with this competition. So one of the organizer, New Zealand Chef Association President Anita Sergeson, she sent me a letter that whether I would like to join the competition as a judge. So I thought, well, it's an honor for me to join the competition as a judge and also giving back to the industry, Alan.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Now, Bart said you had to learn to become a judge. So what's involved in that? Because I thought you'd just turn up, try the food and mark it out of 10, but obviously it's more in depth than that.
Yes, definitely, Alan. So what you need to learn is you have to go through a seminar in Auckland. So a couple of months ago, I went to Auckland, 3-hour seminar, like unit standard. You have to achieve the unit standard to become a judge. So once you achieve that unit standard, you become a level 4 judge. After recent involvement with the competition, like throughout the time, you will gain experience as a judge. Then your level will progress from there, become a level 5 judge.
Now, you mentioned that the event's not till August, but what sort of things are you going to be looking for? What sort of things are you going to be talking to the students about? And how many students are there going to be involved?
So currently there's a 12 institute will be compete this year in Manuka City. So they will have to cook 3-course meal. So appetizer, main, and dessert. So they have to cook like 6 courses per item. So that means 18 dishes within 2.5 hours.
18 dishes in 2.5 hours. Wow.
So we do have 18 judges. Start with head of judge and come down to floor judge and panel judges during that day. So we, as a judge, on that day we have to meet the criteria. So really, the student not against each other, but they against the criteria. But still, they have to compete each other during the day. Alan?
Now, you've got a dish here ready to prepare for us. What is it?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a lobster salad, medallion lobster salad, served with granny smith and mango and cucumber salad, finished with avocado mousse, and of course, complement with miso and olive oil dressing.
How long is it going to take you?
It's going to take me 5 minutes, Alan, because I have cooked the lobster and I have prepared all the dish for you guys. So yes.
Well, that's good timing, because in 5 minutes, it's our lunchtime.
Thank you, Alan. So what I'm going to show you is we're going to make a lobster salad served with a cucumber, granny smith, and mango. Finish up with miso and olive oil dressing. I have cooked the lobster and I roll it up, become a medallion and fillet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off this one. Okay. You could buy a frozen or fresh lobster and you cook it, then you roll it. The reason why I roll it so I can get a nice shape and round. So I'm just going to cut in the middle. So look at this beautiful lobster. Okay. It's going to be a couple slices. It's a baby radish. I thin slice it. So now it's presentation time. Then I got a granny smith that I cut in julienne size. I got mango that I cut in macedon size. Macedon means cube, then a diamond size of cucumber. Then I got a miso dressing that I made before, lime, miso paste, and olive oil. Got a bit of micro herb salad, and avocado. Here we go. We got our lobster salad ready.
That was Waiariki hospitality and culinary tutor Tik Wang, who was a Nestle Talk to Your judge at this year's competition. If you have any news that you'd like to share with us, give the station a call on 07 3488 984, or you can email news@tvrotorua.co.nz. And to watch the show again, just visit our website. Thanks for watching tonight. From all the team here at City News, Paul Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.